be the floor. They're going to be the other way. They're going to be like, this, and then we'll have something in the middle so it's not a V. You have it like that. Some way, somehow. And then, so these are going to be the bottom. This is going to be like that. And then we're going to use chicken wire over this because we're going to get babies. So we're going to put chicken wire over this so the babies don't fall through. There we go. Alright, now let's go try to find some lumber. Be a good start, but we still have to go down to Papaw's barn and get a lot more wood to build the frame. By 12. Alright, so it's 35 by 12. Now we've got to go upstairs and we've got to draw out our plan.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a side-by-side rabbit pen. So basically we're going to have one rabbit pen that's going to be here, one rabbit pen that's going to be over here. And the reason we're using this wire shelving, number one, is we've got a whole bunch of it.
Yeah.
My dad does remodeling of houses, and so he brings a whole bunch of this stuff home, and we've got wire shelving up everywhere around here, and there's still a bunch of this stuff laying around. So if I use this wire shelving on the floor of the cage, it's all this coated stuff. The poop from the rabbits is fairly acidic, and so it's going to eat through, like Dad's rabbits cages that he has, we call them pens. They rust out about every 2 years or so, maybe 3. So I'm hoping by using this that's coated, it's going to make it last longer. Plus, it's heavier duty. It's a lot heavier duty wire than that stuff that he's got. But what we're going to do now is we're going to lay out the frame for this. So we're just going to start building it up, just starting at the bottom and start working our way up. It's going to take us several days to get there because we've got to go get more lumber at some point. But anyway, we're just going to start laying out some pieces here, start cutting some stuff, start attaching a little bit of it here and there, and just slowly work our way up. What do you think?
Fun.
Fun? All right.
So what are you doing, Dad?
I'm just measuring out this board. We measured out what that other board over there was.
Yep, and it was 70 and a half.
70 and a half inches, right?
Inches,
So,
exactly.
So I'm measuring out on this one. I gotta go inside and get my square so I can draw the line. And then I'm gonna cut this one. Huh?
I'll get it if you want.
Okay, go ahead. And then I'm gonna cut this board to match that one. And then we'll cut the end pieces where we can make the bottom frame already. Okay?
Okay. I'll go get your thing.
Yep, so what you do is you take this square.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna lay it on there like that. And you're gonna get that stuff off there. You're gonna lay it right there beside it. You're gonna keep it held tight. You're going to draw a line all the way across it. Perfect. Alright, so now what we got to do, we've got the length here ready. Now we're going to figure out how wide the side pieces have to be. So we're going to get this lined up here on the end. Okay, go get the measuring tape. And we're going to have this. This is the side pieces are actually going to go all the way on the outside. So they're going to span all the way across. So when we measure, got to measure from outside to outside, okay?
Yep. Oh wait, I didn't press the button. Push
button. Measure it's on the side over here, just to be safe. Pull it on the side.
That looks at 27.
Not quite. Almost 27. See, this one's actually got numbers marked on it. So this is about 26 and 7/8. Okay?
Go.
Okay.
26 and 7/8. Did it.
You did it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Back. And you need this.
Yeah, I gotta go in and get the screws next. Alright, so we gotta pick out the screw we're gonna use. So we gotta make sure that the screw matches the application. So
What?
I don't have a whole bunch of those, so I need to. I've only got 4 of these actually. So I can only do one side with these screws. I'm out. I need to get some more, but I've got other styles that we can use. So now we gotta pick the drill bit that matches the screw. Okay, so open that. And the way you pick the right size drill bit is you gotta.
Oh, I know.
How?
You take this and you put it in.
Nope. You're thinking of the wrong thing. You're thinking of how to pick the screw head. To pick the drill bit that matches the screw, you gotta lay it on top of it like this, and you hold it up in the air. And if you can see the threads, see this right here is called the threads. These pieces, the corkscrew looking thing. If you can see that sticking out on the other side of the drill bit, then that means that these threads will bite into the wood. If you use too big of a drill bit and you hold it up, you won't be able to see those threads. And that means hold it up and you'll see what I'm talking about. If you just pinch it like there and hold it up to the sky, and you'll be able to see the threads sticking out from behind it.
Uh-huh.
Okay? That's how you decide which size you need, okay? So
So
give me the drill
if
bit.
it sticks out, then it's good?
Then it's good. If it doesn't stick out, then it's too big of a drill bit and you've got to go down
wrong.
size.
You gotta make the hole
Got to
first.
make the hole. So got that hole. Grab the other drill with the screw. Like that.
Wow.
Yep. We do the same thing over here. Real quick.
I'll get out of your way. Why is the wood at the end coming out?
Because this board's not perfectly straight.
Oh.
We'll have to work on that when we get to the other end. Almost there with this side.
Yay.
Okay. All right, so it's the next day, and
Day two.
Day 2. We ran out of screws, and so we had to go get some screws, and we had to go get some more lumber, and then we got sidetracked with garden stuff. And so we're going to try to finish up part of this frame here today. See if we can get this bottom shelf attached in here. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do the legs and the upright pieces up to get up to the roof, to the top part of the pin framing. So there's still some things that this is all a work in progress. I mean, my mind's just trying to grind away real slowly, trying to figure out a way to do this. So I don't know. We'll see where we come out with this and see what we can come up with. But anyway, that's where we're at for now. Okay, so we're putting on the bottom brackets. The bottom wooden crossbars, cross braces that's going to hold these shelves in place. So I'm going to have to space these out across through here to distribute the weight of the rabbits when they're in here and the nesting boxes and all that stuff. So I'm going to end up probably with 2 of these 2x4 cross braces per pin. So this is going to be 2 pins side by side. There's going to be a piece of plywood in the middle here. So this is going to be kind of their primary living area. we're still trying to figure out how we're going to set up, you know, if we're going to put up a fenced in area or an enclosed area where we can get them out of the pens, give them some space to where they can roam, eat on the clover. We're covered up in clover up here. So if there's some way we can make use of all this clover that we've got by just turning them loose and letting them feed in the yard, then obviously that's going to save us from having to buy rabbit feed nonstop constantly. You got to push in on it though. You got to push it on there hard. You got to, you know, just go ahead, keep going. Right there. Do the next one. You got to put. That's good. You got to push on this part here really hard. So when you grab it, you got to shove it into the screw. It's going to want to kick off.
Will you make the holes for me?
Yeah.
Okay. I know. I think that's good.
Yeah. There you go.
This little kitty cat wants to help us, don't ya? Can you talk to the camera? Talk to the camera. Say, "Ow." Oh, so you were screaming while you were up there, but you won't talk anymore? Is that how it is? Is that how it is, huh?
Okay.
Guys, this is so much fun just to come out here and build something that we're actually going to use with my dad. And then if my friends ever come over, I can be like, hey, I made this.
Yeah.
Especially now because I actually did something other than lay some shelves in and, you know, sit around and plug my ears. And I found earplugs this time, so
Yep.
we're good now.
You helped with the sawing. You've helped measure.
I helped get the wood.
Yeah. You helped go get the wood. You've done some of the drilling. So you've done good.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now? So we've got this bottom support brackets screwed in. Taryn just screwed those in. We've laid these wire shelves in here, and I think we said it a little bit yesterday. But I mean, part of the reason we're doing this is all this is stuff that we've had here on the farm. We didn't have to go buy anything. I mean, right now lumber is at a premium. We're trying not to waste a lot of stuff. We're reusing as much stuff as we can that my dad brings home from job sites. And so all this wire shelving came from job sites.
Yeah.
So.
Although we will have to buy chicken wire.
Well, it's not necessarily chicken wire. It's just a fine mesh wire is what it is. So we're going to have to buy some of that, but that's just part of it. So, but what we're going to do now is we've got these laid in here. They're in there pretty tight, but they can move a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of these anchors right there. I'm going to use some of those anchors to anchor these shelves down in about probably 2 spots per shelf, and that's just going to keep these shelves from popping up if a rabbit's running around on them and getting really wound up and getting excited. So that's just going to kind of help keep them in place.
What about the sides?
I'm not worried about the sides. If I anchor the bottoms down, then these sides aren't going to come up.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So, all right, we'll get that done, and then we'll start figuring out the rest of it.
Yep. So now the floor's in, and it's pretty sturdy. If a rabbit's hopping around in here, it wouldn't make too much of a big difference. It can hold a rabbit. I probably wouldn't hold me. It might. But I don't want to test it, because we just spent a while building the frame and putting this in and screwing them all in. So, yeah, I wouldn't sit on it. And we have a helper now. Snoopy, who's over there chewing on a bone, we think.
Yeah.
So now what?
Well, now I've got to think about how I'm going to do the legs and the upright posts to get from the ground all the way up to here. And I've got to decide how I want to attach this to the legs.
Well, I have an idea.
What's your idea?
So we could just say this is one of the legs.
Mm-hmm.
And we just put it like.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I don't know how we'd screw it in.
No, what I'm thinking about is using a tall board
And screwing it from the side.
and screwing it from the side, and then just letting that go all the way down to the ground and come up, and we'll screw through the legs into this, and then we'll build another frame like this to be the top, and then we'll just screw that top into to the top of the legs, and then all you got to do is attach the screen, the wire mesh, along the sides, and then we'll have to put this center panel in, and then it will be pretty much done.
Okay.
Well, then we'll have to figure out how we're going to attach the doors and all that, but that shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Okay.
But we'll just have to think about that and see how we want to do it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, well, we need to go upstairs and get ready to go to church after a while, and we'll probably won't mess with this anymore today. We'll think about it some more, and then we'll probably get back on it a little bit tomorrow. Okay?
Yep.
All right.